Hello everybody, Citrus Rolf here. Welcome to Dominions 4, War of the Young Gods, playing as Satis. And this turn is a scary turn indeed. For we don't see a lot here that's scary. Except possibly this message from Helheim. But this is just stating that a player, actually the host of the game, uh, is going on like a vacation trip to and doing stuff in I believe Cuba. So he's gonna go AI controlled now, and he's just proclaiming that he's gonna take the lands, and yeah. I actually got handed the master password to the llama server by the host, as I was seen as one of the most active people on the Discord. So, uh, also an interesting thing here is that there's a respect for the capital province and not taking that, just snatching that up. At least not yet. Research and alteration. Ribbon has searched Longshank, nothing found. Found Largan. Worldwide event has occurred. The throne of luck, fortune is spreading, so that counters out the throne of misfortune. Battle in Largan. Right here that we just moved into. Us against like 5 militia guys. I'm surprised he even is like putting defense in his territory. That reduces unrest, unless it's like 9 defense, in which that would make sense. He actually killed 1 militia, but through the entire rest of the fight, we just steamroll over, of course, because it's only got like 10 guys and archers. And is this a priest? Oh yeah, it's the demon priest, who's real bad. But it's because he's a priest. My priest probably would lose just as easily. Priests aren't really made to be combatants unless they're like, you know, my chariot level 1 priest chariot guys. They're really decked out. It's expensive. Unexpected event. You got 59 gold. Okay. Fortress is done. Troops in Largan starting to starve only by like a difference of 4 due to supplies and the supplies needed and the supplies that we're actually using. So diseases won't start quickly. But the construction of the fortress is a real lifesaver. 30 enemy units, 2 Nephil giants. Led by Mr. Skeleton, the Master Lich, who is the pretender god of the nation, on my doorstep with me just having 25 defense that's gonna be absolutely flattened by the steamroller that is this expensive army. Small number, but will easily, like, this army will have a very difficult time even fighting it. Ugh. So I have to deal with that now. That's great. He built a palisades here. Only took 4 months. That's what he was doing with all those troops sitting there. And 140 units. So yeah, I'm gonna move my guy back to Largan to monitor the Largan area. Just, well, maybe I keep it. I'll keep him in Poison Vale in case, like, because I'm gonna send my army back. I'm sending my prophet back. Most of my troops are gonna have to sit in Longshank with the 40 province defense that I take advantage of, and he's gonna get this back. But I get to go over here and defend Harrowwood. Unfortunately, something I don't know is if you move a, I believe it, I looked in the manual extensively for this, like through the movement thing, but I couldn't find very specific stuff about it. But like, I believe if you're moving a army from another province into a province that's being besieged, you'll have to fight the besiegers, and you can't just move in like and join with like the defending forces of the castle or fortifications. And speaking of more house fortifications, this 45. I don't know if I actually pointed this out last turn stuff. I legitimately forgot if he did that or not. But he's got a castle here and a fortress here, so no one's going through this way anytime soon. Probably pointed that out last episode, and I'm just having a mind blank. So I can only think of like. So if I have to go around and deal with Niflheim's units, he's gonna chase me down and give me a run for my money. Both of them will, collectively will. Something I didn't notice is for some reason I was just looking at our like here, not in detail. So these colors look similar, but they aren't. I thought this was Tinchi province, but no. This is Barritos. Barritos is from here to here. Barritos doesn't need to be that big. That is an incredibly large size. That's bigger than Yomi easily if he gets all this land. I can go count 5, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Not even considering like maybe these lands are occupied. Maybe he's just going over here, but still. This is he doesn't claim a throne yet. Only 3 people in the game do. So maybe he doesn't have this, and he's just been fighting a lot of but he has lots of land, and that needs to be addressed. I'm gonna talk with Helheim and Tianchi about it. Tell them like, his border, in Pitfall 172, his border for the other side of his country, it's all the way down 9580. So that gives you good visual of how big his country is. It's humongous. He needs to be pegged down a bit. He is my like quote unquote ally because we're not really allies, we're just friendly towards each other. Me and Saramatia, we're like friendlier than me and Saramatia are. Me and Saramatia, we're not enemies, we're not friends, we're just neutral. And though we give each other stuff and compensate for each other a little bit, very minor. But man, coming to rule all this land. Maybe the only reason why I guess why you might not have this is because if there's someone on this island here or like branches out in here, but you can only someone on this island can only branch out during the winter. So Barritos. Oh wait, this is not the island. I'm an idiot. The island's over here. So yeah, the island. I thought the island did have branches out. So if he controls this, that's how big his country is. I'm letting these Helheim and Tianchi know about how absolutely enormous he is. And for a second, I was thinking that this was, and I was like, wow, the island. So I was thinking of this place only has like, it literally has 2 water crossings you have to go through before you get on the island. Man, that is super defensible. But no, it wasn't. But Barritos could also easily claim this because his nation's a sailing nation. And also he got this province, which gave him the Ixthids. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ixthids, Icthids. which used to march in Admiral Bay, North Europe, and most likely here, further out. I'm moving into South Europe Ocean as it's now only 10 troops there against my force of 16 with these well protected Triton troopers with poison barbs. There's nothing on here that tells me what poison barbs do. It just says poison barbs, so I can get. Though when looking at regular Triton guards, which is the main force that's seen there, they have 0 protection, but 13 defense skill. But if you land a hit on, they're practically dead right there. Yeah. So the 3 poison barbed guys are gonna be in front, and the rest of the guys can be back. Of course, they're all using high protection troopers, tank, everything. Alright, mainland. I'm gonna move back. He's probably gonna move after me, or at least he's probably gonna sit here for a turn, expecting me to run into him. But if I move backwards with all my troops, he's gonna take the land again. So yeah, considering this is happening, it's fine. I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, that's gonna only make him stronger, and yeah, but I can't let a throne, let alone a fortress, go to these Jotuns, Niflheim. This fortress will. Niflheim has really strong troops. Like, their strength is very, very, like, in the 20s above, especially for the Nifl giants. Well, maybe not especially, but I don't know. This nation and Calum are only 2 nations I like really know well of like what their troops are and how they're used and such. So, this is gonna be real pain to deal with, and I really don't need 2 people hunting me, especially not this person over here who, with his great amount of land advantage, will just get stronger, and Niflheim also hunting me. Like, the best thing I could do is to just beat his force and then just say, you know, just I know you attacked me, but we're okay, and then you know, convincing him to not attack me because I really need to deal with this. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell Sarmatia about Niflheim declaring on me because that just makes me look even more. I've already told them that Yomi's fighting me because, you know, I created a set. I included in the message like a sentence that was like, yeah, he's gonna become the strongest force in the subcontinent if he gets all that land, and you guess what he is, especially the one that I'm trying to control, and I'm trying to give him a sense of, well, yeah, he needs to be the one pegged down. But if I just tell him that that Niflheim's ready to invade me, he's like, oh, maybe I could just sneak a Suthic pass while he's not looking and just claim it. Because Niflheim getting not only is like this big, I don't know if he's like extended in here a lot. I don't know. Actually, I'll probably just ask Sarmatia what his stances with Niflheim are. Maybe that'll be better. But mainly, it's just my job is to just notify everyone that Baritos is a little crazy big. Especially these 2 nations, Helheim, people bordering him in the northeast. I don't think Yomi will listen to me talking about. If I park in Longshank and I make it like impossible for him to go in Longshank, then he will have to go some way other than through me. He'll get this land that I own, but he won't be able to go any further, at least not for a while. So I'm gonna tell him, probably after retreating Longshank, is like, I'm gonna be like, alright, you know you can't march in a Longshank, at least not yet. Well, I'm not gonna say at least not yet. You're not gonna be able to march in a Longshank. There's too many bodies there. You can't do it. You've already tried. Go somewhere else. So yeah, it's gonna make him attack certain ratio, but I also tell him about Veritos' size, as I had found out, and he's might not care for me because we're, you know, on bad terms of care for my opinion. Well, not opinion, but like what I say. Ah, all right. So that's what my politics are gonna be like. So recruit units, recruiting, you know, people that are worth that are worth something in combat rather than especially like the serpent dancers, rather than people who are just body masses to go against this force, because like they're the Jotun skin shifters are they're 80 gold and was or like a little bit of resources. I don't know if it's like 1 or something, but man, they are scary. They turn into werewolves after being harmed, but they do have, at least in their non-werewolf state, like a relatively low attack and defense skill for a unit of that. So like, my 16 defense will easily beat out, like, I think it's like 11 attack skill, 12 defense skill will easily like do well against it, and the blessed death weapons will help in like shaving their, I think, like 50 plus hit points off. But maybe that was for just the Niffle Giants. Yeah, I think that was the Niffle Giants. It's probably quite a bit less, maybe 20s to 30s for the regular troops still. Oh, that's not going to be fun to fight. And the Charioteers, I just need more of them in general. And he has Master Lich, so I don't have like death resistances, but my troops are relatively well magic resistant, I think. 12, 13. What about these guys? 12. Yeah, everyone's above like 11, except oh, even the militia. These guys probably aren't. Yeah. Sacred Serpent, of course. So yeah, we have decent magic resistance on our troops. So, and it's still relatively early game. We shouldn't have been able to get into like level 6 spells yet, which that's when you start really killing armies. He might cast undead, like summon undead, which would give his big expensive units a body to hide behind, which we really don't need. But if I could do a cheeky charioteer run across, hit his lich. I've seen the master lich before in the Pretender Creator, and it is a regular unit size. I think actually a lich is probably immortal, so even killing it, though, if he moves on to my domain, killing it will make it a permanent kill, which would be good. Do I build a... I don't think I build a temple in this province. 400 gold, and the only thing that would allow me... Well, this allows me to recruit most of my commanders, but like the really good ones are... Oh wait, the labs needed for these two. The really good commanders that lab and temple for a shaman. Yeah, sorry, buddy. High priests and reborns are mainly what I'm going to be recruiting. So maybe I will build like a lab, because I'm definitely a research focused nation with 3 magic as a dominion effect. Against Niflheim, there's not much. He doesn't use like well, that is God might use undead, and maybe that's where I could priest would come in handy. But generally not as useful as they would be up in the north, so just better leaders. And High Priest, is it High Priest? No, it's Lizard Lord that has the base. So the Lizard Lord, there's a Lizard Lord here already, Melkart. Yeah, but he's gonna be, and I'm recruiting here? Oh, I'm not recruiting. Oh yeah, I haven't decided that. So I can't recruit Serpents, wasn't planning on either. Well, actually, recruiting one would have been nice. That standard's always nice. So actually, I might build Temple, because the Sacred Serpents are really useful for the standard ability. Any standard troop is automatically good, unless it's like 100 plus gold, which is like ridiculous. City Guard. Here I have more gold than resources, but only slightly. So I can't build. If I want to get the most that I want, this will allow me to get the most. If I just get all light infantry, they'll have 5 protection, 13 defense skills, so they'll get crushed. But they're supposed to be a wall. A 13 defense skill over 12 defense skill, but less than 7 protection. Oh, less morale too. No, not equal morale. I'm an idiot. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, 5. Oh, that's just resources. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna recruit light infantry to just take the brunt. Well, then I'm not using resources. I want to use more resources. City Guard. But they have castle defense bonus. I mean, yeah, I should be recruiting City Guard. Those strong troops are going to just going to besiege this fortress extremely effectively with their high strength, because that's what it uses to besiege fortress. When I was reading in the Dominions wiki, not wiki, but like, you know, manual. So is the castle defense bonus. I think it just adds 1 to their effective like strength, or maybe it adds much more or something. I don't know, but yeah, they're going to be recruited, because the longer it takes for this fort to fall, the better, of course. And recruiting a Lizard Lord, because Lizard Lord against over a regular High Priest, because I've already have a priest you can bless there, and I have a High Priest on the way, so I'd have enough people to bless. I just need the good sacred troops and some charioteers to be the, you know, quality troops of the army. This Rimmond's gonna be sent back. He's gonna go all the way back, all the way to Suffolk Pass. Him going to Harwoods, just asking to get. I still don't know whether or not moving armies into a province being besieged will have you go into just like sneak into the fortification somehow with the defending troops, or what I believe is going to happen, you're just going to have to fight the troops that are besieging it. So I am going to move this guy to Ravenna, and I'm going to probably move him back and, you know, try and draw the Nifl forces off of the fortress. But they'll probably stay. And it's no use having... Well, actually, maybe I won't draw them back. Maybe I'll just increase the defense. Well, increasing defense does nothing. This 25 defense, even though it's good defense, like, look at all these city guards, it's still just gonna do nothing. It's gonna be rolled right under the foot of this quality army. So investing in defense here isn't gonna do anything for me. This is gonna be my turn, and I really fear for Uh, myself. Alright, see you guys later.